McMorris for the three. She's just taking over. It's her gym right now.
Carly Wagner was amazing.
Back to Giebert. She'll set up at the top. Opap's going to pop another three, and she has found her shot for their first lead of the night to win the 4A state championship.
Put your hands up, put your hands up, come on, put your hands up. Put your hands up, come on, put your hands up, are you ready to go? Put your hands up, put your hands up, come on, put your hands up, are you ready to go? Go, go, are you ready to go? Go, 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 are you ready?
1 year ago in this very time slot, we were introducing you to these same two teams, Park Center and Marshall. And over the course of the 2 hours after that, they played an absolute classic, a triple overtime championship game that ended with Park Center claiming their first ever state championship. And they've made it back through the course of a long season. They will play once again for the Class 3A championship again this year. Park Center against Marshall. Hey everybody, Chris Long here on 45 TV, high above Williams Arena, where we will play tonight's 3A and 4A championship games. Joining me up here tonight, Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton. Jenny, tell me about the defending champion Pirates.
Well, Park Center has had a long road to get back here. It's very hard to repeat. You have a target on your back all year long, and everyone's playing their best basketball against you. But believe me, that's made them a better team.
And Marissa, we know that Marshall's motivation to get back to tonight began 1 year ago when they left this floor as state runners-up.
Right, they've got some redemption on their hands tonight. This is Marshall's 10th state tournament appearance, so they've been here before. They've had a great season. They're ready to go for this rematch tonight.
They won titles back in 2001 and 2002. Let's show you how these teams arrived back here on Championship Saturday. Marshall took on Orono, the 1 seed in the semifinals, knocked them off thanks to the Saugstad girls.
Lexi and Morgan Saugstad both had great games against that 1 seed Orono, and I think beating the number 1 seed always gives your team a little bit of confidence going to that championship game as well.
They knocked off Orono 55-48. Also of note, Sarah Bise's 13 points. It came from a perfect 9 for 9 from the free throw line. A lot of free throws in that game. On the other side, Park Center, they're the 2 seed. They beat Casson Manterville. Michaela Hayes had a terrific game.
We know the 6'2" sophomore post could be the difference in this game because of her size. Marshall doesn't really have anyone who can match up against her.
Park Center closed that game on a furious run, much closer than the final score indicated. They took it 47-37. So, will we get 3 overtimes tonight? Who knows? But we know we'll get a champion in Class 3A coming up next.
The pregame show is brought to you by Tria Orthopedic Center. For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria. Last year, a triple overtime game, as Chris was just talking about. Ann Simonette, I remember, had 26 for Park Center. The game she really came through, and then it was Beekman and Bennett for Marshall that were the leading scorers in that game. They're gone. Those seniors graduated, and Marshall comes back with, equipped and regrouped again, and they got a nice-looking team, and this should really be fun. A little revenge factor, I suppose, but these two teams know how to play.
Yeah, Marshall comes in here with a real tight-knit group, and they know how to win, and the defending champs are even better, and they're young and fearless. But let's take a look at the players. There's Mara Mulso for Marshall, 5'11" junior. She's a skilled athlete. She can do a little bit of everything. She can score in double figures if needed, and I'm sure they're going to need that tonight. For Park Center, Hannah Schaub, the senior, missed out on all this fun last year. She's played well in the semifinals, and she brings some senior leadership skills and could be a key matchup.
Players to watch, brought to you by Education Minnesota. 70,000 educators working together to improve education and prepare students for successful lives.
Marshall and Park Center all set to do it again for the Class 3A championship for a 2nd year in a row. Let's meet these teams with Dave Giles.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Williams Arena to the 2015 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament and to Championship Saturday. This is the Class 3A State Championship game, and it features the Section 2 champion with a record of 29-2, the Tigers from Marshall High School. And the Section 3 champion with a record of 24-7, the Pirates from Park Center High School, located in Brooklyn Park. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this state championship game. They will be introduced alternately, starting with Marshall. At forward, a 5'10" junior, number 13, Mara Mosso. At forward for Park Center, a 6'1" sophomore, number 22, Cayla Hayes. At forward for the Tigers, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Callie Graff. At guard for the Pirates, a 5'4" sophomore, number 5, Danielle Schaub. At forward for Marshall, a 5'9" senior, number 34, Morgan Sogstad. At guard for Park Center, a 5'5" sophomore, number 11, Ann Simonette. At guard for the Tigers, a 5'9" senior, number 3, Sarah Bicey. At guard for the Pirates, a 5'5" senior, number 21, Hannah Schaub. At guard for Marshall, a 5'9" junior, number 33, Lexi Sogstad. And at guard for Park Center, a 5'5" senior, number 24, McKenna Dubois. The Marshall assistant coaches are Brian Engels and Stephanie Bott. The head coach of the Marshall Tigers is Dan Westby. The Park Center assistant coaches are Dana Joubert-Hayes and Randy Meisner. The head coach of the Park Center Pirates is Chris Vanderhyde. The officials for this championship game are MJ Wagonson of Pine Island, Charles Moore of Maple Grove, and Mike Colness of Ada. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Remove your hats and face the flag as we honor America. The national anthem this evening will be performed by Amani Ward. She is a sophomore at St. Paul Central High School. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
National anthem from Amani Ward, St. Paul Central, with a beautiful voice and rendition to start the evening session. Gosh, I love hearing those kids perform, and again, it emphasizes some of the great programs we have for extracurricular activities in this state, and not just sports. And so there's a good highlight of that right there. Let's check out our starting lineups, brought to you by American Workshop. Learn, build, create.
Well, it seems like a long time coming, this matchup, and everyone is so thrilled to see it again after the great championship game last year. But I'm just really thinking this could be another great game. I really do. Both of these teams are so skilled, so talented.
Let's check out the game plan here tonight, Leah. It's brought to you by the Coalition for a Secure Energy Future. Power you can depend on. Learn more at secureenergyfuture.org.
Marshall's going to want to control the boards, box out, and use your team effort. They bring it all around. Good group of, and they need to put it together as a team. Park Center, control the paint. You have the big player. You got to use her and set the tone. You want to run, you want to push it, but you have to set that tone.
Park Center coming in here off victories over Richfield and Casson Mantreville. Marshall Tigers coming in with the number 4 seed. Park Center, the number 2. And of course, Orono had the number 1 seed, and Marshall beat them in a really good game. So away we go, starting the game. Sarah Bicey will start out for Marshall off the Lexi Sogsted, going down low, ball out of bounds. It'll go back to the Park Center Pirates, where they had the play they wanted. Ball will be inbounded by Hannah Schaub.
Going to see a little bit of pressure right away from Marshall. They're going to do some trapping pressure, full court.
McKenna Dubois right there, going inside to Michaela Hayes, and one shot, and the board hauled down by Lexi Sogsted, who made sure she had that. Quickly down, Marshall. That's Bicey back out to Morgan Sogsted, and there's an open look for 3, and that's going to be rebounded by Hannah Schaub.
And you can see that the Pirates are looking to push the ball, looking down courts.
Bicey with a theft right in front of the entire crowd, just stole it. Got it, fouled.
The 5'9" senior, Sarah Bicey, she's played excellent in this tournament. She
Look at that.
Takes the ball basically right there and goes coast to coast with it. Uses her body well to get herself to the free throw line.
A 1,000-point score, too. And can't get the free throw to go. Ball's out of bounds.
Ooh, Marshall gets it back.
Tigers beat Hutchinson in their sectional final. There's Chris Vanderhyde, 3 years, 64 wins at Park Center. That's an impressive resume in his beginning of his career. Second year at Park Center, but 3 years coaching.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job over there.
Muscle shot. There's a foul from behind. That'll be on Marshall.
I get a sense that the officials are setting the tone pretty quickly in this game.
Inbound pass to Ann Simonette. Had a big game in last year's championship game. Hayes to the basket and can't get it to fall. On the board, Sogsted on the double team. Gets rid of it now to Lexi Sogsted. Back to Morgan.
Park Center goes into their man-to-man.
Morgan's the senior, Lexi's the junior. Simonette on Sogsted. Go to the left-hand side. That's Mara Mulso. Set it up again. Cross court. They got the open look. Won't take it. Got it again. Still not going to take it. Hayes is giving her room to shoot that, isn't she? Bicey, they will not give her that kind of room to pop a 3 out there. Sogsted, defense falls down, leaves her open. Rebound, battle for out of bounds, and it'll be Park Center's basketball. Closed caption brought to you by Touchstone Energy. Together, we save. Wins over De La Salle, Fridley, and St. Paul Johnson in the sections for Park Center to get here. And for the 3, not going to go. Again, another rebound. Lexi Sogsted. I don't know if we'll see as many as we saw in the last game. Dover Iota set a state record with 70 rebounds in our last game.
I don't think we will see that in this game. Marshall being very, very set on their offense. They're looking for their outside shot. And
off Hayes of Park Center. Ball will go back to Marshall. 2-0 Marshall. Both teams struggling to find a little rhythm here offensively to start this championship game. Good inbound play. Still can't hit the shot. There's another rebound.
Well, we can see right away that offensive rebounds will be critical in this game. Marshall trying to get as many as possible to get their big three-point shot off.
There they got it. And that is Malso with it. The sophomore connects. Out to an early 5-0 lead.
Trapping half-court defense.
Schaub, they're going to try three from their side this time and not go. Hayes, oh, good rebound.
And you better put a body on Hayes, otherwise she's going to own the boards down low.
And again, as you've mentioned, her mom was a basketball player and played with you.
Yep, we played a couple years together. Dana Jobert, now Dana Jobert Hayes. She was quite the player. Great rebounder for the U of M.
Malso, they're going to leave her open again. Why not again? This time, no good. Rebound. Marshall again. And now stolen the other way. McKenna Dubois, cross court to Schaub. Right into Hayes. She's wide open.
And that's how Park Center likes to play this game. They like to turn you over, get down court, and they have a post player who gets up and down the court so quickly.
Malso, they're going to try to go low post to Sogstad. Got a little too far underneath and gets her own rebound again, and then it's stolen out of her hands. But might be a foul. And that'll be on Danielle Schaub. And that'll be a two-shotter.
The tallest player that the Tigers put out there is 5'11", so they're really going to need to use their bodies well for boxing out, in particular on Hayes.
And uses every bit of that iron up there. One more time, Morgan Sogstad, all-conference player. And anytime you see the Teletubbies, that means it's time for a break. 7-4, Marshall with the lead.
The first half is brought to you by Chevrolet. Visit ChevyDealer.com for more information.
Welcome back to Williams Arena. Marshall out in front of Park Center early in the 3A title game, and for them, their senior Morgan Sogstad, number 34. Boy, she has been through a lot since her 8th grade year. She was diagnosed that year with leukemia. For 2 years, she battled it through chemo treatments. Her coach told me even at the height of her illness, she tried to play even 2-3 minutes at a time, but she would just get worn out. Just before the sections this year, she had a checkup at the doc, and they ruled her cancer-free for the 2nd consecutive year. Dan Westby said she's a fierce competitor through her illness and play. She has inspired this team for 5 years.
Wow, what a great story, Tori.
That really is. That's amazing. Good for her.
Marshall's defense went with a trap to start out. Now they fall back into that zone. Park Center trying to figure it out. They'll pop the deep three on it and get it. Boy, she was right down in the corner. Hannah Schaub.
Yeah, and that's the best way to get them out of that zone, is to hit those big outside shots.
Malso hit a three a little while ago. Tie game at 7s. There's Morgan Sogstad looking for a screen. On the roll. Hayes covers that up beautifully, and then cross-court pass. Wise pass. Well, you look all over, and there's Malso standing under the bucket.
Yeah, what the Tigers do so well is they move well without the basketball.
Schaub inside. She'll get it.
I love her moves to the basket. It's like she just kind of slips through the defense.
Marshall with the basketball. Turnover on the Tigers. Foul, actually. And that foul was on Sarah Bicey. (9-9). Dubois.
Look at how the defense is covering Hayes. They're Going to drop down so they can get her in a double team whenever she touches the ball.
That's Ann Simonet there, by the way. The three on the way. Not going to go. Rebound Simonet. She'll kick it back out. She's pretty excited today. Her grandmother, Catherine, just got out of the hospital today, and we certainly wish her the best and a speedy recovery. But I know Ann was pretty excited about that and the family. Hayes.
That's what makes Hayes so difficult to cover. I mean, as a big post player, she's young, but boy, does she have some nice moves down low, especially her drop step.
Well, they take advantage of the matchup with Stogstead, and they had it, but no shot. Dubois off to Iobamadeli in the game now. Simonet, open look for Schaub, won't take it. And that pass intended for Michaela Hayes, picked up by Sogstead. Boy, if you go down with the basketball, he heads up, and Simonet just about stole that.
Yeah, they need to give her a better pass into Hayes, a little bit higher.
Tough angle for Graff. Pushing it down again, Schaub. Iobamadeli.
Woo! We've seen her do some big things in this tournament. She'll turn you over. She brings in a lot of energy when she comes in off the bench.
Bicey moving it around. Sogstead, you can hear yelling for the ball and wide open, and they saw it.
Yeah, they really know how to pick apart a defense. They see openings. That's what Marshall does so well.
Simonet's shot. Now right after the rebound, there's going to be a foul. And who is it on? It's on Michaela Hayes. She got a little foul trouble yesterday, too, in that game. Talk more about that when we're back on 45 TV. In last year's 3A title game, top-seeded Park Center took on the Marshall Tigers, who came in seeded third in the tourney. The Tigers had the lead in regulation, but the ninth grader there, Danielle Schaub, hit a jumper at the buzzer, sent it into overtime. So finally, after 2 overtimes, the Pirates sealed it with Michaela Hayes getting that three-point play to give Park Center the lead, and then the steal for the win, 73-71. First title in their first tournament ever. It was the first multiple overtime championship game in the history of the tournament.
I just remember watching that thinking, I cannot believe this game. That was so fun.
And now how about it back for the rematch? Isn't that something?
Yeah, and both these teams so well coached. They played this game very well, fundamentally sound on both sides.
Jump ball goes to Park Center. There's a show that you should be aware of if you're a fan of high school sports. On 45 every Saturday night, 11 o'clock, like tonight. You can watch this very comprehensive show. It's all about high school sports. It's very good. And just make it a regular thing. And I think you're really going to like it. Give it a try tonight, 11 o'clock. Hannah Schaub to Danielle Schaub. Dubois to Schaub. Dubois is going to pop the three. Rebound. Mulso on outlet to Bicey. Bicey with 2 points in the game so far. Dubois picks her up. Try Callie Graff back to Gabby Hess, who's in the game. She wears 32. Oh, a nice opening on the baseline, and they can't hit the shot. That's just about what you wanted there.
Yeah, that's a great way to get to the basket for Marshall, but you have to finish on that. Nice job by Iobamadeli getting that rebound.
To the hoop. Bicey surveying her offense, trying to figure out what we can do right now. They'll slow it down, set it up. Down by 3 in this game. Iobamadeli going for the steal, and then a whistle and a travel on Park Center.
Last 3A All-State team, and remember, this is voted by the coaches, so you can see Sarah Bicey's out on the court right now, and Michaela Hayes, Hannah Schwab, so some of the best in the state on this court right now.
Sarah Bicey guarded by Schaub, and now the ball is up for grabs again. And that's an over and back.
Good hustle there by the Pirates.
.56 senior Hannah Schaub with the basketball. Remember last year she didn't play in this game. She was hurt.
Yeah, that had been hard for her to sit on the bench and watch that.
Into the ball game is Camille McCoy for Park Center. There's Io Bomadelli. And one more time from the outside. Just missed it. Marshall just giving him one shot, and that's it. Jackie Petrick with that rebound. Io Bomadelli, good hustle on the outside. Almost got the steal. As it is, it'll go out of bounds. But they have that kind of adventurous defense. It'll go for those passes, go for those steals, and once they get it going that way, then you got that fast break to deal with.
Yeah, and they love to play in the fast break. That's what they do so well.
Tigers from Marshall, the county seat there in Lyon County, home of Southwest Minnesota State.
Marshall doing a good job moving the ball, and then they post up. And when they post up, they're calling for the ball. Io Bomadelli has been fantastic with the steals.
She's like a free safety, just kind of eyes it up. And
that's exactly right.
Cayla Hayes can't get the shot, draws the foul.
Yeah, whenever that ball dumps down to Michaela Hayes, they're going to send another person over to double her, but they were a step slow, Marshall was.
3-point lead for Park Center, the defending state champions, at the free throw line right now with a 14-11 lead. Good spin on that ball from Michaela. That's the other interesting thing now to watch these kids when they get introduced. Everybody's got their routine. I don't know how you remember all of that stuff or how you come up with it.
I know, but we should work on something together, Dave.
Hayes, the sophomore, very patient before she shoots. Bicey can get three-quarter court.
Schaub going to give her a little one-on-one type defense.
Petrick fires it back out into the top. That's Lexi Sogstead with it. Picked up by Simonet. Bicey guarded by Danielle Schaub. Looking for Morgan Sogstead. She's there. Io Bomadelli on her. Bicey trying to go to the other side. Nothing there. Cross court. Let's try it there. Then down low. Petrick has it. Nice move in the interior. And again, another great opportunity wasted.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do down low. But if you can't finish, that's how you have to finish it. In these big games, those little shots, when you're wide open, you have to make those.
Bicey to Sogstead. That's Emily Bicey. Open for three. Hard rebound. Sarah Bicey heads up, sees it. And Marshall finally gets it in there as Petrick scores. Makes it a 4-point game.
And they did that off of their offensive rebounding, which was a big goal of theirs coming into this game.
Good catch by Schaub. Gets a screen from Hayes. And the anticipation by the 5'9" junior Lexi Sogstead results in another turnover. And here come the Tigers. Sogstead.
And Lexi Sogstead looks a little tired out there right now.
That's Emily Bicey. She's a junior. Sarah doesn't go. To Hayes with the block on Morgan Sogstead. Timeout. 6:25 to go in the first half. Moving right along in this one. 17-13. The Pirates. Tonight's fan cam is brought to you by 45 TV as the Pirates got it going right now. It's just like being on a ship, I suppose.
I like it. Very nice.
The Teletubbies and company.
Yeah, the fan sections have been great at these games.
Part of that big promotion, win a trip to see the state tournament with the Teletubbies. Tigers. Bicey thinking about it. Instead wants to get closer and kick it out. And that three is going to be out the front of the iron. Good hustle by Sogstead to get it.
And it's really just the offensive rebounding right now that's keeping Marshall flowing with their offense.
Good coverage by the Park Center defense. Saugstad gets the screen on this one. And Hayes will make sure that she hauls on that missed shot. Quickly down. Simonette right back to Schaub. Kicks it out to Danielle, and she's open and hits it.
Marshall a step late getting out to the three-point line, and you see what happens.
7-point lead, biggest of the game right now for Park Center. Hayes comes out on Mulso, so she'll go right back toward the top. That is Saugstad. Bicey, she's open. Well, Marshall is really off on their shots tonight.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him shoot like that.
Quick series of passes. Simonette open. And here comes Bicey on the miss. Fans are into the game.
Yeah, we have the fans right behind us.
Too much. Mulso, what a beautiful rebound that was.
Yeah, I knew she was going to have a big game. She's just that player who does so many little things, but she rebounds the ball. She sees the ball so well.
5-point spread. Hannah Schaub out on top. Looking at a zone defense now. Simonette, good place for her. Can't quite get it to go. Strong rebound that time by Bicey, and she's at the double team. And it works.
And the Marshall Tigers, they have to help out Sarah Bicey. She's had the ball. She was there for a couple of seconds before anyone went to her to get the ball. She needs help bringing that ball up court. Park Center has put a pretty intense double pressure on her, double team on her.
4:15 to go in this one, 20-15. Danielle Schaub thinking about it. Simonette. They got everybody pretty much out there right now can shoot that long range shot. Dubois is an example. (23-15) the pressure now. Hard to get the ball in, but they do get it in. And Lexi Saugstad is now going to be fouled by Ann Simonette.
That'll be her first.
3:46 to go in the first half. Park Center with the lead. Tournament fans, you can log on right now to prep45.com. Go to this or any of your favorite games. Make the memories of your favorite athlete last a lifetime with your own DVD copy of the Minnesota State High School Tournaments presented by 45 TV and Grand Stadium. That was our last championship, Dover Iota. Marshall with the ball, the birthplace of Steve Zahn. If you like movies, you've seen him. That Thing You Do, National Security. Made an appearance in Modern Family this last year as the obnoxious neighbor, if you remember that.
I did see that.
Yeah, he's a great actor. And so he was born in Marshall, actually. Bicey will go to the free throw line.
So each team starting to rack up some fouls.
Obama-Deli on that one. Well, this young lady, all she did yesterday was 9 for 9 from the line in the game.
And we have seen some really nice free throw shooting in this tournament. At some really key moments.
That's Obama-Deli right there. And now a timeout called for. As Chris Vanderhyde saw something he wanted to correct there in a hurry, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. He didn't like what was happening.
You get your local news, weather and sports every night right here on 45 TV local news at 9 o'clock on 45 TV. And for the latest in high school sports, we encourage you to visit prep45.com.
Well, Dave, I think Park Center has to be really pleased with how this first half has gone thus far. They've really controlled the tempo. They've done a great job from the perimeter, hitting big shots. And they've kind of showed that they can push it up and down and do some really nice things in the half court.
Here comes Marshall playing for Dan Westby, the Danube, Minnesota graduate. With a chance to play, you wonder about his knowledge base. He played for the Hall of Fame coach Rod Black. And those of you who follow basketball will remember that name. That's a pretty good mentor to have. Oh, Bicey looked like she had it. And Schaub hangs on to it. Kicks it out to Simonette. Back out to Iobamadeli. And then Schaub. A series of quick passes for Park Center. Good defense by Marshall to keep anything from happening significant there. But Park Center very patient. Schaub thinking about it. Here's Hayes on the low post. Follows her own shot. But did she get a foul when she did it? Now, she got into a little foul trouble yesterday, Leah. I remember getting 3 fouls in the first half.
Yeah, and her play for this Park Center team is really critical because they play completely different with her in the game than when she's out. So she's going to the bench right now. Let's see what it looks like.
Camille McCoy will come in for her, and she plays plenty. Bicey and Iobamadeli. Comes the steal. And the layup up and in for Fayusho Iobamadeli. She has 5 in the game.
Yeah, I love when a player comes off the bench and just does exactly what they've been asked to do from the coach.
Yeah, she's one of those players I'm sure could start. But sometimes players, we saw it in the last game too.
Yep.
A 1,000-point scorer come off the bench for Sauk Center.
Absolutely, and sometimes, I don't know necessarily this is the case for Iobamadeli, but sometimes you play better when you come off the bench.
Malso, good spin move, McCoy, good defense. Sogstead trying to set something up. She'll back it up a little bit. Guarded by McKenna Dubois. 25-17, the lead with Park Center. Trying to drive, other side, Morgan Sogstead. Boy, she's pretty steady. If she gets the ball down there, she doesn't miss that often.
And she does a good job of seeing how the offense is moving and when she needs to slip in low to the basket.
Dubois going to look at the trap, perhaps. Gets out of it. Iobamadeli almost to the bucket. Schaub's open for 3. Rebound, Malso. Outlet, Bicey. She'll push it up. Corner. Graff. Callie looking inside. Doesn't see anything she likes. Back to the top.
Let's see if Marshall tries to attack the center a little bit more with Hayes on the bench.
They do. And it's Malso they do it with. 5'11" junior.
Yeah, they're going to want to do as much work here before this half ends.
Oh, dangerous place to stop.
Yeah,
right at that half line sometimes. McCoy. Open look for Schaub momentarily. He's covered up quickly. Dubois. Simonette from way outside.
Ooh, I thought that was going in.
It looked like it, didn't it? Bicey wants to get it down court to Graff. And she's going to wait. Morgan Sogstead almost getting that shot off. Simonette came out and got her there. Bicey right to the hoop. She holds the ball strong. Fouled on her way in.
Yeah, Marshall being very aggressive right now. I mean, I was thinking they may even hold the ball out a little bit to see if they could get the last shot, but they're being aggressive, taking the ball to the basket, and in particular probably trying to do that before this half ends. They have Hayes on the bench.
There's the pride of Danube, Minnesota. And there's one of his offensive prizes right there. Sarah Bicey in the game, 4 points. They've done a nice job containing her. She's 2 of 3 from the line. And Simonette just got her second foul. And so that is why she has gone to the sideline. But they're pretty deep at Park Center. Marshall now on an 8-2 run over the last 3 minutes.
And let's see how Park Center handles this last 42 seconds on the clock.
Do you go for it as soon as you have it? You sure do.
That's just great basketball. Good movement. I love the work there from McCoy.
Back to a 4-point game. Now does Marshall wait, or do they go for it as long as just first open shot?
Yeah, I think both teams are just thinking of first open player, look to the basket.
Out of bounds off the Tigers.
Now with 16 seconds left, I would look to take the last shot because that's a big deal going into halftime. So let's see how the Pirates handle that.
Down to 10 in the hands of Danielle Schaub. Good boy. You could hear the false count on that work last night.
I like how Schaub looked up at the clock very calmly.
Travel. Nice pass from Olivia Peterson down to the corner. She saw a shot there, but it'd be hard to get one off right now at .2 from the other end of the court.
It would indeed.
And Bicey will try, but that'll be the end of the first half. Park Center is going to go into the locker room with a 27-23 lead in the first half that moved right along, Leah.
Yeah, and I think Park Center's real pleased with what they did. The only thing I think they're worried about is they're in some foul trouble right now. So otherwise, I think they had a really strong first half.
Tori is going to talk with Chris Vanderhyde, and Tori is down there with Chris right now. Tori?
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Coach, hey, you got the lead heading into the locker room. Things looking good right now. What were your takeaways from that first half?
Well, we're not rebounding very well, I'll say that. They're killing us on the boards. I think both teams are playing terrific defense. We got to finish possessions. We forced them into some turnovers, but overall, I like the way we're playing.
Io Bombadelli again, more energy off the bench. What has she meant to this team?
Oh, she's meant a lot to us all season long. She brings that energy, and she just plays so hard until she has nothing left to give. So she got some key steals for us and defended well when we needed her.
What will it take here to finish this thing off and get a state title?
We just got to stay confident, keep our composure, keep playing the way we're playing, and we got to start rebounding better.
Appreciate your time.
All right, thanks.
All right, Dave Lee.
And thank you, Tori Holt and Chris Vanderhyde here. Defending state champs right there as he walks down the basement of Williams Arena. And there's Io Bombadelli getting her team pumped up before they went out on the court. So some of the highlights from half number one. Much more to come at halftime right here on 45 TV. It is Championship Saturday.
Halftime is brought to you by Minnesota's corn farmers, feeding the world, protecting the land.
Park Center leading Marshall 27-23. It's just the third time ever at the girls basketball tournament we've had a rematch from a year prior. Park Center leading Marshall by 3. Hey, moments ago, a nice little ceremony down on the court here at Williams Arena. That's Sharon Early on the left, longtime girls basketball tournament manager. If you have been to any state tournament games in the girls tournament in the last, 2-3 decades, you have seen Sharon here. She's a former athletic director at Mankato West High School and just one of many people that makes this great tournament go. Sharon, congrats. Thanks so much for all your work and all your service to the Minnesota State High School League. Chris Long back here with you at Williams Arena here on 45 TV, joined again by Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton. We want to take a look. We keep talking about this amazing triple overtime game from last year. Let's take you back. 1 year ago tonight, these same two teams, Park Center and Marshall, played in a game that it didn't seem like it was going to end, and we didn't want it to end. Just an unbelievable night here. There's Park Center. Look, the Marshall band. This guy clearly feeling the pressure. Look at the fans. Everyone in the building felt exactly like that, and here's why. End of regulation, Marshall up 2 in the final ticks. Park Center's Danielle Schaub, she was a freshman back then, hits the tying basket at the horn, sending us to overtime. In OT, and I'll let you talk a little, Jenny, here about Michaela Hayes. She was just a freshman last year. We've already seen this year how much she means to this team.
Oh, absolutely, and she meant that much last year at this point, too. She really came in, did a nice job inside, finished off the glass, and made a huge difference.
She had 16 points and 10 rebounds as a freshman in this game. And this kind of became the stories that went on. There's Schaub with the steal. That was in the second overtime period. Still, not enough, Marissa. We're going to a third overtime.
This was one of the most exciting games that we've seen in girls basketball state tournament history. Even more exciting was that it was a group of freshmen in their first state tournament appearance winning this in 3 overtimes.
Hayes, also a freshman with the and one there for the lead. Marshall had 2 chances to tie or win in the final seconds. Couldn't get a shot off, and Chris Vanderhyde's team wins the state championship in their first ever trip to the state tournament. 73-71 in the only multiple overtime championship game we have seen in the girls state basketball tournament. So they take the title there, ending that three-peat by De La Salle. You see the other winners dating back to 2005. And Marissa said it right, Jenny. The freshmen, the experience. We're seeing them now. Danielle Schaub, Ann Simonet, Michaela Hayes. They're grizzled veterans here, and they're 10th graders.
Yeah, and they're playing like grizzled veterans right now on the court tonight, and they certainly look much more improved, a lot stronger. And what can you say about Danielle Schaub? She's guarding Sarah Bicey, a senior who might have who has a little bit of size and strength on her, and she's taking it to her.
I guess that's the thing we should remember. They didn't win last year's game, but Marshall still has that experience. They're in halftime only down 4. They're going to weigh back on that experience of last year, saying we dealt with a lot more last year. We can make this up.
Right. I think from a player's perspective, when you lose such a close, heartbreaking game like they did last year, that's got to be something that they've been thinking about all off season during this season. So tonight's the night they want their revenge.
We will come back to the present in our next segment. We'll break down the first half. Maybe these teams headed for overtime, 2-3 again tonight. We'll find out. We will break down the first half for you and continue our halftime here. It is 27-23. Park Center leading Marshall here in the Class 3A championship game on 45 TV. Park Center 27, Marshall 23 as we continue halftime here at the Class 3A championship game at the Minnesota State Girls Basketball Championship. Jenny Johnson, Marissa Layton, along with me, Chris Long. Jenny, we talked about last year's game. Let's move back forward to this year's game. Your thoughts on the first half as far as Park Center is concerned?
Well, I've been really impressed with Hannah Schaub. I think she's just done a marvelous job coming off the ACL and really making a difference. The other player is Iobama Deli. She comes off the bench and just ignites Park Center's defense.
Yeah, we saw that from her in the semifinal as well. As for those Tigers, Marissa.
I think Marshall came alive when Kayla Hayes for Park Center was out of the game. It really opened things up on the inside. I want Marshall to keep playing that style of basketball even when Hayes is back in the game. Get dribble penetration, share the basketball, take advantage that they've got a very balanced scoring attack.
Jenny, make a great point as we get set to look at the first half of highlights. We talk about all those now sophomores that shined as freshmen last year, but let's not forget that senior, Hannah Schaub. She's having a great first half. She's leading Park Center with 7 points. Michaela Hayes actually also 7 points, but she's really on tonight.
Well, we didn't get a chance to see her last year, and she just can handle the ball. She's got that nice crossover. Then she looks off the help side defender and still finishes. I've just been really impressed with what she can do with the basketball.
On the other side for Marshall, Mara Mulso's 4 for 8 shooting. The rest of her team, Marissa, also only has 4 total field goals, so she is shouldering the load for the Tigers.
Right, she was a key player to watch in our pregame, so not surprising that she's having a really nice night here tonight. Look for seniors Sarah Bicey, Callie Graff, Morgan Sogstead to step up in the second half.
9 points, 4 rebounds for Mulso this far. The stats are brought to you by Minnesota Corn Farmers, feeding the world, protecting the land. The rebound discrepancy, Marissa, huge, 22-8 in favor of Marshall.
Right, if I'm the coach of Marshall in the locker room at halftime, I'm talking about those 22 rebounds and what's happening after we get those rebounds. Are we taking advantage of that extra possession?
4-point game right now. If last year is any example, buckle up. This is going to be a heck of a finish as they decide the Class 3A title here on 45 TV. Jenny Johnson, if you're in the Park Center locker room, what are you telling your team?
I'm telling them to keep the pressure on the perimeter, really stay active, move your feet, and look to box out a little better.
Marissa, the other locker room, Marshall, what do you tell them?
I think they need to keep focusing on keeping Michaela Hayes off the offensive rebounds, and then on the offensive side, just keep playing their style of basketball.
All right, let's send it down to the floor. Tori Holt.
Coach, second half just about to get started here. You did a nice job on the inside, but it seemed the perimeter game struggling a little bit. How do you get them going here?
Well, we thought we just stood around too much offensively, and that kind of plays into their hands. And they've got a lot of quickness, and we need to get moving on the offensive end, make it a little bit more difficult for them.
One of the questions Chris Long said to the ladies up there was, what would the coach be talking about in the locker room? What was the message to the kids?
Well, that was certainly one of them. The other thing we talked about was the fact that, you know, they shot it well there. They had a stretch where they hit 3 threes in a row, and we just can't allow that. We lost track of shooters, and they've got a number of kids that can put the ball in the basket. So we got to do a better job of tracking those kids down.
All right, I always appreciate your time.
Thanks.
All right, Dave Lee.
Coach Westby, of course, from Danube, Minnesota originally, and we were talking about some legendary players, and from Danube back in the day when you had the one class that a guy named Bob Bruggers back in 61-62. He was a state tournament tournament player and played football for the Gophers in the mid-60s, then went on to the pros, Miami and San Diego, and for those who saw him play, they say one of the best out of little tiny Danube, which is now I think part of Renville County West, I think.
It's good stuff. I love it.
Yeah, a lot of lore here at the state tournament. Pirate trying to get everybody well, he's taking control here. He's commandeered the ship.
enjoying himself.
You know, somebody last year that played for Park Center that I don't know if we mentioned it, Cayla McMorris, remember her?
Yes.
One of the seniors that lost, big shooter, good scorer. And so they lost her, and then Kenzie Beekman was one of the seniors they lost here. Hannah Bennett last year off the starting 5 for Marshall. Inside, get the shot they want, can't hit it, and there's Malso on the other side.
And they continue on with their offensive rebounding. Really doing a good job in that. You can see they've focused on rebounding, and it'll be interesting to see if Park Center really does a better job blocking out this half.
Good pass, good play, good rebound by Dubois after the miss. There's Michaela trying to get the shot off. She had the shot she wanted, doesn't drop. That's kind of what Marshall was doing in the first half. Had good shots, couldn't get them. But again, you have to credit the defense. It isn't always just missing. You got an intimidation factor down there.
Exactly. Just playing straight up defense can really alter someone's shot. And there's a good rebound by Hayes.
Dubois will set the offense as we start half number 2. A 2-point spread. This is for the state AAA title right here on the line. A rematch of what we saw last year that had a dramatic finish. A buzzer tire at the end of regulation, and then all of a sudden 3 overtimes later we finally finished, and Park Center got that championship. Wide open, Schaub just off the front of the iron. There's Dubois again, scrambling for the board. Schaub inside, and down and out. And on the rebound, Simonette comes in and ties it up. Ball goes back to Park Center.
And you do see more of an energy coming from the Pirates. Rebounding is about positioning, but more importantly, it's about the energy that you bring to it. And now you see the Pirates bringing that energy.
Looking underneath, nothing there. So go back to the corner. Dubois back out on top to Danielle Schaub. She wants to go to the middle. Ball's knocked loose. A scramble jump ball. This time it goes to Marshall. Winners earlier today, Ada Borup, undefeated season. They played spectacular. I know they played well this year. I don't know if they played better than they did today.
I know. Talk about another well-coached, fun team to watch.
And Dover Iota showed us what they were made of. That's another strong team. And they won the championship in AA. Marshall. And keep in mind, a lot of these ladies are on that volleyball team, which always does well. Sogsted on the nice pass from the top. Good assist, good shot, and a tie game.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about these Marshall Tigers. They play a lot together. They play on the volleyball team. They play basketball, so they're a tight-knit group.
Michaela's got an open look, and off the rim and off the back. It didn't miss by much, but it did miss, and here come the Tigers. Bicey stops to avoid the charge. Hayes gets in the way of that shot. And a fast break the other way. Simonette, good pass, good catch, and can't get it. Looks like Park Center really does have a Marshall head in the first half right now. Bicey wide open. Rebound, Marshall, and a foul. If that's on Hayes, that'll be her third. They've got a couple people down here. We'll wait and see what they call.
Look how nicely Marshall's sharing the ball. A great lob pass down low into Sogsted. And now Hayes has 3 fouls.
Oh, yeah. Morgan Sogsted. Tori told you a great story about her at the start of the broadcast today. She's out here with her 9th point of the evening for the Tigers. And yeah, a 6-0 run in the half, but you combine it with the end of the first half, and it's a 12-2 run right now for Marshall. Hayes is open. Now covered up. Schaub to Schaub. And that open look for Simonette. Good rebound by Danielle Schaub. Good move back to the basket. Or Hannah Schaub, rather.
She has some great quick moves on the basketball court. I mean, she's difficult to defend, and she's lean and fast.
Got a fair amount of sisters in this tournament, don't we?
Yeah, we certainly have had our share of sisters.
Malso thinking about it. Back in the corner. Will she take it? Hayes giving her just enough room. And now she'll post up down low. There's a good shot, and that's smart because they know that Cayla has 3 fouls.
Exactly, so she's going to go at her a little bit. That's a difficult shot, even if Cayla's just straight up and down because her arms are so long.
The open 3 for Simonette. Off the back of the iron, rebound hauled down by Bicey.
If Marshall scores here, I would recommend that the Pirates take a timeout.
And a jump ball, and that's going to go back to Park Center. Timeout at 14:02. Good game here. Marshall has taken the lead.
The second half is brought to you by PolyMet Mining, working on a plan to mine the copper, nickel, and other essential metals that make this broadcast possible. Learn more at gopolymet.com.
Back on 45 TV. Marshall on a bit of a run. You know, what's interesting about this AAA bracket, I don't know which one's the hardest to predict, but you don't want to be the 1 seed, they say, in this division, because of all the divisions, the number 1 seed in this division wins the least. Isn't that interesting? And the number 1 seed is out again this year in Orono.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I don't know why that would make AAA the toughest class to seed, but that would appear to be the case. In fact, most times the number 3 seed comes out of this, and we don't have a 3 seed here either.
Okay. Wow, look at that rebound by Bicey.
Traveled though. Inbound pass coming from the Pirates now, looking to tie or go ahead. And almost picked off, but Danielle Schaub has it. The sophomore will dribble it toward the free throw line. Likes to shoot from there, but she's cut off, so she give it out to Du Bois. She can't hit that shot. Rebound hauled down by Malso. Outlet to Sogstead. Trying to build on that lead that they have. Obama Deli will come in here in a minute. She gave him a big spark in the first half, too.
Yeah, I really like how this team plays with her in the game.
Gabby Hess covered up pretty well. Next up, Eastview and Hopkins. Both with 1 loss, and it's to each other. Tip, back out. Now they're going to go up against Hayes again. It's Malso, and Hayes got her hands in the way on that one, blocked it. All the laughs are on 45 TV. Life is more fun in the middle. Watch your favorite everyday family 5 nights a week. The middle is on 5 nights a week at 5 and 5:30 on 45 TV.
The Pirates doing a really nice job defensively right now, making Marshall really have to search for a good shot.
Something happened down there. Don't know what. A foul on somebody. Looks like they're looking at Schaub. No. Obama Deli got it. So Marshall inbound the ball. No shot here. Try to go down low. Turnover. McKenna Du Bois. Off to Hannah Schaub. There's Obama Deli. And into Hayes. And coming underneath is Bicey. What looked to be a really nice play. But must have gotten a piece of her.
Yeah, it looked like she had some body contact down low when she's coming around. Yeah, I think that's a good call by the officials. I like the hustle from Bicey, but I think it's a good call by the officials.
And Hayes goes out for a little bit of a rest for Park Center. McCoy comes in for her and plays that low post. Obama Deli, good outside shooter. Rebound Bicey. Stops the dribble, so now she needs help, and she's got it. Jackie Petrick helped her out. They get it back out on top to Lexi Sogstead. She is guarded by McKenna Du Bois.
Let's see how Marshall runs their offense with Hayes on the bench now.
Petrick looking low post from Malso. Instead to Bicey. Let's go the other side. Marshall up by 2. Petrick sees an opening, takes it inside, stolen by McCoy.
That's really great defense. She just digs down and steals the ball right out of her hands.
Hannah Schaub. Obama Deli's picked up. Hannah Schaub calling the play. She has 9 points in the game here tonight.
I think the Pirates do a really nice job with their role players. It's clear that they know exactly what they're to do when they get into the games.
Park Center representing, of course, the Northwest Suburban Conference, Iowa Deli, with her 7th point, and a tie game now at 31. So there's a strip. Simonette all by herself.
Pirates get their fans involved as the momentum swings their way.
Sogstead. Vicey up for 3. Rebound solid by Petrick. And then a follow on the other side, and that will count. And she will be fouled. Callie Graf.
The Pirates got themselves standing around a little bit watching the shots instead of putting a body on someone. You can see the battle down low.
This is Callie Graf. This is her first free throw of the night, but she's a pretty good shooter. She's right at 70% on free throws. And after the made shot, there's a timeout with 10:42 to go. And a 1-point lead for Marshall. Tonight's game summary brought to you by the University of Minnesota Crookston. Go to uofmcrookston.edu.
Well, Marshall has the 1-point lead, and you can see they're relying on many scorers on their team. And Park Center doing the same thing. Hayes has 7 points, 3 boards. I think Hannah Schwab has been very good in this game. 9 points, 3 assists. And they got 14 points in the paint, which is where they work so well.
The Schaubs play a little catch against this pressure now applied by the Tigers. Very patient. High pass to Iowa Deli, and then she'll clear everybody out of there. Another high pass right back to her. Screen at the top. McCoy. Iowa Deli breaking to the basket.
And that's the first time I've seen the Pirates do that, where they cut to the basket so well. They're reading the defense. Really, really nice look. And Iowa Deli has looked good when she comes into this game.
Thinking about that 3. Graf. Vicey covered up by Schaub. Sogstead, just about stolen. Simonette was waiting for that one, almost got it, but Marshall hangs on to it. Graf fouled on her way in. Dubois picks it up. Coach Westby, 25 years, 15 at Marshall. Cayla Hayes has come back in. It makes them a bit of a different team when she's in there, doesn't it?
It really is different, and it makes Marshall rethink the way that they play their offense. And that's the advantage of having the 6'2" player with the long arms.
Sogstead thinking about it. Big hello to everybody watching at the Wooden Nickel tonight in Marshall. Good move by Malso, and then she follows her miss, and another one, and Hayes will pull that down.
Good job by Hayes by staying in position and just getting the rebound when she knew she could. She doesn't need another foul.
Park Center and Marshall both back where they left last year here at the state championship game. 2 really evenly matched squads. Schaub wants to take it to the hoop. She does. Rebound, Sogstead. You got to be so careful pulling that rebound down. There's always a hand or two coming right after you. Sogstead fakes the 3, kicks it out. That's Vicey on the spin move. They'll try the 3 from that corner. And rebound Hayes. To Hannah Schaub. Nice piece of dribbling behind the back. Off to Sister Danielle down low. Here's Hayes, and trying to spin her way up for the shot, and draws a foul. Malso.
And I think Park Center has to keep going to that. That's fine that Hayes has 3 fouls, but when she's on the offensive end, you have to go into her as much as possible, and that's where she's going to get her confidence.
Cayla Hayes, 6'2", just a sophomore. And as we mentioned earlier, mom played basketball at the University of Minnesota, right here with our own Leah B. Wow, 3-point lead now for the Pirates. Also in Bicey. Lexi Sogg said, oh boy, Io Bomadelli, she was always looking for that interception, and the ball kicked all the way out to Sarah Bicey. Graf guarded by Hannah Schaub rather. And now they want to go low. Sogg said going to go after Hayes. Ball's knocked out of her hands. Keep in mind now, Cayla Hayes has 3 fouls.
Yeah, I would still be going at her if I was Marshall. I would, drop your shoulder legally and take that ball into her as much as you can.
There's Hayes now, low post, nothing there, kicks it out wide open, look for 3, and not going to go. Rebound. Bicey hangs on to it. We're under 7.5 minutes to play. The 15-foot jumper. Neither team connecting on a lot of shots here. Danielle Schaub, guarded by Sogstead, looking in the middle for Io Bomadelli. Gets by the defender and draws the foul on the Tigers. Morgan Sogstead.
Look at Danielle Schaub, how well she sees the court, and her player is a great pass to Io Bomadelli.
Io Bomadelli with 9 in the game. See Chris Vanderhyde in the background. Head coach of Park Center. Yeah. Malso goes out. Jackie Petrick comes back in, the senior. And one more time for Io Bomadelli, who averages 5 a game, and she's already got 10 in this one.
Yeah, she's feeling confident in there. That's good news for Park Center.
Well, a big 5-point lead now for Park Center coming back. And Io Bomadelli will take a break. Gets a nice round of applause from the Park Center fans. Bicey now looking for someone to go to, and too high. Intended for Sogstead.
That's a mistake you don't see often from the Marshall Tigers. She was a little worried about not getting that ball in on time.
Schaub coming back out to the top. Off of the screen, no shot there. They got one on that side though, big one. Petrick clears the boards, but you can see Dubois going for the steal again on the rebound. Really, really aggressive on the defense, and it pays off for him. Bicey, guarded by Schaub, wants to take it right to the baseline, and she does, and somehow gets back on the angle to get the bucket. That's only her second field goal of the game. Hayes down low, foul, and she got it.
It's a great hustle by the Pirates, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I like if you keep going to Hayes, just keep bringing it to her and bringing it to her. Do it until it doesn't work anymore. Great look by Danielle Schaub to their big post player, Hayes. I think the officials are calling it pretty tight on both ends of the court, so as a player, you adjust to that.
Hayes, a few spins there before she shoots. Rebound Petrick. 5-point lead again for Park Center. Graf looking inside. Bicey really taking charge down there. She was going to go for that shot. Knocked out of bounds. by the Pirates. And a timeout on the court with our score 41-36, Park Center. Busy day here starting earlier. We saw Ada Borup continue their unbeaten string against Maranatha Christian. Maranatha could put up 80-some points per game, about 87. And Ada Borup kind of reversed the roles there, and they go undefeated for the whole year. And then we saw Dover Iota. We were so impressed with them the other night against Roseau, and then they came back and played pretty well. There was a lot of fouls in that game, and then they actually ended up with 70 rebounds for Dover Iota, which is a new state tournament record for the girls.
Yeah, they have some incredible post players that really, really worked hard in this tournament, and it paid off for them.
Marshall moving it around. That's Malso and Hayes. She's going to try drive, cut off nicely by Cayla. Bruce Remy does a great job down there as the AD at Marshall, by the way. They've got some really quality programs. Malso in the corner. Travel. Pressure coming up here in the half court. They avoid the trap. Iobomadelli back out to Hannah Schaub. Schaub and Iobomadelli with some catch out there. Now they go low. Hayes triple teamed. And what a play by Bicey. She'll take it down court and miss the layup. Wow.
Yeah, unexpected from Bicey.
Simonette underneath. Hayes, ball knocked loose. Scramble. Back to Park Center. Up on the 5-minute mark now for the state championship. Defending champs with the ball. An aggressive defensive play by the Tigers results in a turnover. Bicey to Sogstead. To Bicey down in the corner. Lexi Sogstead. Wow. That's her first bucket of the game.
And
pretty
boy,
darn gutsy.
That is a big one. That's your first bucket of the game, you know.
Her fan club right there, right on the spot as soon as she nailed the three.
Number 33, Lexi Sogstead, the 5'9" junior. Yeah, you can see the intensity, the speed of this game kicking in on both sides of the court, but this is what Marshall just did. And Lexi Sogstead.
I laugh when you talk with the people at Park Center for the game and the Marshall folks. Say, well, what do you think, another triple overtime? Everybody, I hope not.
I know, that's exactly what everyone was saying to me too. They didn't think they could handle the pressure from that.
Good look right there at Lexi, the junior. She scored 14 in the first game in this tournament. And there is Iobomadelli. She's had a strong tourney too.
Yeah, we've enjoyed watching her in this tournament.
I just love saying her name.
Me too.
Fun to watch. She's got a lot of energy, and defensively she is so adept at recognizing what's coming up. Dubois. Shot. Nice dribble inside. The good kick. The open three. Simonette.
Done to a T.
Puts it back up at 5 as we approach 4 minutes. Malso looking down low. Sogstead fakes the three over there. Back to Bicey. They're not going to give her much room. Cross court high pass. And now a foul called underneath. See if you can see it here. 5-point game. Heck of a game here. Fans are loving it. Hayes taking it to the hoop. Good foul of Simonette again.
Yeah, Simonette's really working hard out there. Great offensive rebound.
Right in front of her coach. Go the other way. Good move behind the back. It's an opening. And can't get the shot to drop. How many times have you seen that tonight? Timeout, Park Center. 44-39. Pirates with the lead in the state title game. It's a beauty.
Well, here's a little work that the Pirates have been doing. Io Bomadelli has been working hard, coming off the bench, attacking the basket, making an impact while she's in the game. And then the young Hayes, an incredible post player. A lot of emotion she's showing in this game. Watch this little move to the basket. Headed to the free throw line.
Park Center with the ball and a 5-point lead. Boy with the basketball, guarded by Sogstead, Lexi Sogstead. Here's Io Bomadelli. She'll be picked up by Graf. Back it up. And now a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Coach Vanderhyde not quite sure what's going on. Both these coaches control the emotions. I mean, obviously they have them, and we can see them. But for the tension out here, they're doing a pretty good job about staying well reserved.
I agree. I think that would be very hard.
Marshall off of a screen. Bicey, the drive. She's fouled. Almost got it. Now who's that on?
I think it's on Io Bomadelli.
It is. That's her third.
She's getting ready to leave the game, I believe.
And they got, what, 2:43 now. So everything is so magnified at this point that maybe one of the best free throw shooters in the state tournament on that line right now. 9 for 9 in the game yesterday. Tonight, from the line, she's 5 of 6. Down to 3 again. 2:43. Man, I didn't know if we'd ever repeat it last year, but it sure seems to be going in that direction.
It's starting to get tense.
Hayes has got an opening.
Well, you can't be late with her on defense. You have to stay with her the entire time.
Strong to the hoop. Right back to 5. Park Center's been able to maintain that for Marshall scores, and they come back. Bicey lines it up. Rebound. Scramble for it. Wow, what a job by Graf to keep that ball in play for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a good hustle right there.
Foul. And it's on Ann Simonet. Is that 4 on Ann now, maybe, I think. I believe so. That time of the game, and the free throw good by Callie Graf. It's a 4-point game. Coming up on 2:07.
It's a 1-possession game now.
It's been a great game to watch. Fans are loving it. Hope you're enjoying it on 45 TV, wherever you are tonight. Park Center with the ball. The Pirates have it.
They're pulling it out.
Shot, she's so quick. Oh, look at Simonet just hit that one. Now she's got it again.
Boy, Marshall has been late on that quite a few times in this game.
Simonet had a big championship game last year. Mulso, in and out, rebound. Fighting for it, Park Center has it. Down to a minute and a half. Shaw, Danielle, and now let's see how they run around before they draw a foul here.
Trying to get the foul right now.
Going for the turnover if they can. Shaw. And now she's finally fouled by Sarah Bicey with a minute 14. Boy, and Simonet. How about that clutch shooting at the end of the game here?
Yeah, that's some good looking stuff right here. And Park Center just seeing each other so well. This is the last three, and Simonette. It's huge, and look at the reaction from her teammates.
Vicey going for the steal, just about got it, but Hannah's shot now. She's got a 5-on-2, and we'll bring it right back and use some more time up and now. Foul on Callie Graff. Stop the clock, and that will be a bonus shot coming here. McKenna Dubois, defending state champs. Park Center won in triple overtime against the same Marshall team last year, and it's come down to some dramatics here at the end again. Dubois, and a rebound hauled down by Malso. Vicey loses the ball. Park Center with the turnover. Under a minute to go. Schaub trying to avoid trouble and just dribble out as much as she can.
You gotta get her there.
And now they finally get her with 44.7. Hannah Schaub. Good look at Chris Vanderhyde. Nothing to it for Hannah Schaub. 10 points, very relaxed up there at the line. The senior who did not get to play in this game last year.
What a remarkable story.
Now the biggest lead of the game for Park Center. Malso down that baseline, nothing there. Saugstad got to get a shot off. Malso, Graff to the basket. Park Center fighting for the rebound, and possession all goes to Marshall. 27.5 on the clock. Coach Vanderhyde looking on, and Coach Westby has called a timeout. Let's check out our play of the game tonight, brought to you by Catholic United Financial, life insurance, annuities, and retirement products.
Cayla Hayes, number 22. That gave him a 5-point lead, the sophomore. Lays it in with her long arms, her great moves down low.
The Pirate getting pretty worked up. .27-5, Vicey off the board. Connects. Down to 23. And no foul. Wow.
Yeah, they should have got it right there.
There's Simonette finally. Vicey goes over and grabs her. 15 seconds, 51-45. Thinking and thinking and thinking. Exploring all possibilities over there in the head of Chris Vanderhyde, but this free throw is enormous. And Ann Simonette, whose grandmother got out of the hospital today, Catherine, is at the line, and I know grandmother and family are watching. And not going to go. Rebound, Marshall. And stolen by Park Center. That ought to do it right there. Park Center holding on to the basketball. Dubois will attack the basket, keep it, give it to Iobamadeli, and Park Center has repeated as state champions in a 52-45 win here at Williams Arena in a thrilling basketball game. Chris Vanderhyde, the only thing he can do again next year is win. His first 2 years at Park Center, he's got 2 state championships.
No, that's pretty amazing. And I think there's a chance that Next year they might be bumping up to another class, so we'll
really?
see. Yeah.
Marshall coming in with a good team, knocking off the #1 seed. And let's check out our player of the game, brought to you by Education Minnesota. 70,000 educators working together to improve education and prepare students for successful lives.
All smiles from Cayla Hayes. She is our player of the game, and she did exactly what was asked of her in this game. She got big points and big rebounds, and that's what they needed from the sophomore. She is a big-time player.
Coach Westby, one of those classy guys in basketball and volleyball too. And there he is, Chris Vanderhyde. We'll head on down to Dave Giles. Let's go to the awards presentation here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to begin our award ceremony. At this time, we will present the 10-member Wells Fargo All-Tournament team, chosen by members of the Minnesota Girls Basketball Coaches Association. These students have distinguished themselves by their athletic excellence, leadership, team commitment, and exceptional sportsmanship. Presenting the trophies for the Wells Fargo All-Tournament team at center court is Darren Zilsdorf, Wells Fargo Vice President, Business Banking Manager. He is assisted by Dave Stead, Executive Director of the Minnesota State High School League. And now the 2015 Class 3A Girls Basketball All-Tournament team. From Casson Manderville, center, Kristen Scott. From Orono, forward, Rachel Heisner. From Orono, center, Megan Mandel. From Marshall, guard, Sarah Bicey. From Marshall, forward, Morgan Sogstad. From Marshall, forward, Mara Mulso. From Park Center, forward, Cayla Hayes. From Park Center, guard Hannah Schaub. From Park Center, guard Ann Simonette. And from Park Center, forward Fishayo Ayobamadeli. Please join Wells Fargo and the Minnesota State High School League in congratulating these outstanding student athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2015 Class 3A Girls Basketball All-Tournament team. In tournament action earlier today at Concordia University in St. Paul, the Class 3A third-place game was won by Orono with a 47-33 victory over Casson Manderville. The Class 3A fourth-place trophy was awarded to Casson Manderville High School, and bronze medals in the Class 3A third-place trophy were awarded to Orono High School. Congratulations to our Class 3A third and fourth place teams, Orono and Casson Manderville, for an outstanding state tournament. At this time, we'd like to present the second place trophy and medals. These awards will be presented by members of the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors. They are Wade Johnson of Warren Alvarado Oslo, Emmett Keenan of St. Cloud Cathedral, and Scott McCready of St. Charles. He is the president of the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors. They are assisted by the tournament director, Lisa Lissamore. Silver medals and the Class 3A second place trophy will be awarded to Marshall High School. The silver medals will now be presented to each team member. Please step forward to receive your medal as your name is announced. Number 3, Sarah Bicey. Number 10, Anna Sano. Number 12, Haley Bennett. Number 13, Mara Mulso. Number 14, Bria DeRook. Number 20, Megan Naughton. Number 22, Emily Bicey. Number 23, Abby Luwaji. Number 24, Callie Graff. Number 30, Natalie Petrick. Number 32, Gabby Hess. Number 33, Lexi Sogstad. Number 34, Morgan Sogstad. Number 40, Krista Schultz. Number 42, Maddie Marks. Number 44, Jackie Petrick. Number 50, Whitney Schwartz. Student manager, Muriel McLaughlin. Student manager, Olivia Nakenmus. Assistant coach, Brian Engels. Assistant coach, Stephanie Bott. Head coach, Dan Westby. And now will the captains of the Marshall team please come forward to receive the Class 3A second place trophy. Congratulations to Marshall High School. Second place, Class 3A girls basketball for 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2015 Minnesota State High School Class 3A girls basketball champion is Park Center High School. The gold medals will now be presented to each team member. Please step forward to receive your medal as your name is announced. Number 4, Summer Blakemore. Number 5, Danielle Schaub. Number 11, Ann Simonette. Number 12, Charo Nickens. Number 13, Olivia Peterson. Number 14, Naomi Fields. Number 15, Samantha Berg. Number 20, Megan Dubois. Number 21, Hannah Schaub. Number 22, Michaela Hayes. Number 24, McKenna Dubois. Number 25, Fishayo Iobamadeli. Number 30, Jada Buford. Number 32, Camille McCoy. Number 33, Cheyenne Nickens. Number 34, Kyra Webster. Number 35, Aja Michael. Student manager, Madison Lutz. Student manager, Nichelle Henderson. Assistant coach, Dana Joubert Hayes. Assistant coach, Randy Meisner. Head coach, Chris Vanderhyde. And now will the captains of the Park Center team, the 2015 Minnesota State High School Class 3A Championship Girls Basketball team, please come forward to receive your championship trophy. Congratulations to Park Center High School, state champions, Class 3A Girls Basketball for 2015. Congratulations, teams. Please join the Minnesota State High School League in Wells Fargo in congratulating these athletes and their schools for their outstanding participation in this year's state girls basketball tournament. The award ceremony is now concluded. We thank you for your attention.
Here at Williams Arena, good for Hannah Schaub. Here's a young lady last year got hurt, couldn't play in the state championship. Her sister called into duty, did a fabulous job, and now she got to play with her sister and win a state title.
That's amazing. What are the odds of that happening? It's such an incredible experience. It's happened twice to Park Center, and now Hannah Schaub is really part of it. I'm happy for her and her entire team.
Yeah, they last year they came kind of out of nowhere. This year they didn't come out of nowhere. People knew about them. Marshall, meanwhile, you know that they're always going to play well in these state tournaments, and they did knocking off #1 Orono to get here to this championship game. And so it was fun to watch. And we're going to talk to some of the players from the game here in just a minute with Torrey. He's down along the floor, and then we'll get ready for the next game, which should be a beauty too. Eastview and Hopkins both with one loss, and the irony there is their loss came to each other.
Yeah, that's why we're so excited to see their final game of the evening. It really is looking like it could be a great one.
Let's head down courtside, and Torrey Holt with a couple of special guests. Torrey?
Yeah, Cayla Hayes and Hannah Schaub, back-to-back champs, and I know they're so excited about this. But Hannah, first of all, sitting here and watching Cayla and the rest of your team here last year celebrate a championship, did you ever dream that you'd be on the floor when you won it the next year?
Oh, well, I did dream it, but it's like a dream come true now that it's happened. Oh, I'm just so happy right now.
Tell me about your teammate, Cayla, and watching her go to work tonight.
Oh, Cayla, you did so good, like and ones, free throws, and just defense, boxing out, getting blocks. You're all around like a really great player. I love playing with her.
How much fun have you had in this journey, going through all that you went through, and then being able to put it together and have it culminate like this?
It's been great. I'm happy that we made it and we won it, and we did it again 2 times in a row. It's great.
2 times in a row, back-to-back champions. How does that sound, Cayla?
It's an amazing feeling. I'm really glad we got it 2 times. I'm just thankful for it.
How do you prepare yourself when you're being the focal point of your offense, of your team, that everybody's keying on you? How do you prepare yourself when you come into a big game like this?
I mean, I just stay calm and remember not to get myself worked out. And then if I'm not getting baskets, I make sure and I trust all my other players on the floor. So it's just a good game.
Lastly, I wanted to ask you about having your mom as an assistant coach and knowing on this floor that she played here and had a lot of success. What does that mean to you that you won a state title on the same floor?
It feels good to be on the floor and do just as good as she is. And knowing that she's watching me here doing as well, I just feel really good about it.
Congratulations to both of you, and go enjoy the victory.
Thank you.
Back-to-back champions, Dave Lee.
Yeah, that's a couple of talented young ladies right there, and very gracious and humble in their conversation with Torrey. And it is kind of cool. Mother-daughter get to play on the same court. What are the odds of that as well?
I love it.
We got a big one coming up. We got a lot to talk about. There is coach and assistant coach having a big hug, and Chris, Jenny, Marissa, Torrey, everybody keep you posted on what's happening here between games as we continue our championship night coverage on 45 TV.
Today's postgame show is brought to you by Education Minnesota. 70,000 educators working together to improve education and prepare students for successful lives.
Park Center's never lost a game here at the state tournament. They won all 3 of their games last year, winning their first ever state championship. They go a perfect 3-0 again this year to make it back-to-back Class 3A titles. Park Center knocking off Marshall to claim that title. Back here with you, Williams Arena, Chris Long on 45 TV, joined by Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton. Jenny, your thoughts on Park Center going back-to-back?
Well, they really had an impressive outing. The thing that impressed me the most, though, was how every single player on Park Center seems to know and understand and accept their role.
Yeah, I mean, they did it with 3 freshmen last year, the 3 sophomores now, along with senior Hannah Schaub. Total team effort, Marissa.
We talked about how they, as freshmen, had been here last year. I think Anthem hitting those 2 threes at the end showed her experience being here last year.
We will show you how they arrived at their 2nd straight state championship. But Cayla Hayes, such a force. Last year she did it again this year. 13 points and 6 rebounds, Jenny.
Well, I thought she really improved her play when she picked up the 3rd foul. She just got very intentional about her defense and her offensive post moves and seemed to actually settle down a little bit and play better.
And once again, just a sophomore. We may see her at a state tournament again. Maybe not this particular class. We'll talk about that later. However, you talked about those threes, Marissa. Here's anthem. This was a 2-point game. She hit 2 threes to spark a 13-4 run that delivered the state championship.
When I think about this victory for Park Center, I think about these 2 threes from anthem, and then I think about Iobama Deli coming off the bench and providing that huge spark for the Pirates.
And here they are celebrating once again this year their 2nd straight state championship. Last year they did it with a couple last-second turnovers. A little more breathing room this year as they take it by 7. Congratulations to the Park Center Pirates. And again, Chris Vanderhyde in his 2nd year as coach there, 2 straight titles. The stats brought to you by Minnesota Corn Farmers, feeding the world, protecting the land. Jenny?
Well, as we've seen in most of the games today, points off turnovers seems to be the biggest impact that teams have had. When they're playing that solid defense, it's been really hard for the other team.
And amazing to see those turnovers offset the imbalance in rebounds. Marshall out-rebounds Park Center 45-22, Marissa, and they lose the game.
We talked about halftime, turning those rebounds into points, and it seemed like Marshall just struggled with that all night long.
Ada Borup, Dover Yoda, and Park Center have been crowned champions. We have one more trophy to hand out. Will it be Hopkins? Will it be Eastview winning Class 4A? They've won the last 4 state titles. One of them is going to win it again here tonight. We will get you all set for the Class 4A championship game coming up after this here on Championship Saturday on 45 TV.